Border Patrol agents are bracing for chaos at the U.S.-Mexico border with news that the Biden administration is expected to end a Trump-era border policy put in place at the start of the pandemic. The Department of Homeland Security sounding the alarm, warning that eliminating that policy, which is known as Title 42, could lead to an unprecedented explosion of migrants at the southern border. The policy turned away migrants in an effort to stop the spread of COVID-19. Democrats have urged the White House to end it entirely, but Republicans argue it would encourage more migrants to try and enter the country illegally. Our new segment, Rush Hour on the Hill, goes behind the scenes on the biggest headlines in D.C., giving us insider information from the most influential journalists. Our insider, NewsNation Washington, D.C. correspondent, bureau chief Mike Vicara, joining us live now. So, Vic, we know this decision isn't actually final yet, but when could we expect to see this Title 42 actually come to an end?
Well, it'll be within the next couple of days, Nicole. I think that's clear. Actually, the decision rests with the Centers for Disease Control. The White House somewhat implausibly saying it's up to them. They had a deadline of today to decide what they're going to do, and there is a draft plan circulating. And the White House is bracing for an influx at the Homeland Security Department, getting ready for a human tide. Some 16.5 million people, as many as 16.5 million people expected in the next year when this rule is lifted. And as you pointed out, Nicole, it was meant to keep people out of the country at the southern border and elsewhere during the pandemic. It's known as Title 42. It's about to cause the politics of Capitol Hill behind me in this building to boil over under the dome. And joining me now to talk about it, Julia Manchester from the Hill. This is another tough issue for the administration. President Biden has been under pressure from the left of his party, the base of his party, to get rid of this Trump-era rule, Title 42. There have been some 2 million people expelled from this country just under the Biden administration. What's going on here? What's going into this decision from a political standpoint?
Well, from a political standpoint, Vic, I think you have the Biden administration under pressure from those progressives and really trying to differentiate themselves from the Trump administration. Look, the implementation of this policy under the Biden administration has not necessarily been too liberal. Like you said, over 2 million people have been expelled. So this pressure is really getting to the president. But politically and looking towards the midterms, it's hard for me to understand why this is happening, because we know that Republicans are going very much into this situation on the border, looking to make the crisis at the border a major topic of conversation, looking to hopefully pick up some seats in Arizona, Texas.
Exactly. And you mentioned Arizona, and for Democrats, not everybody's on board with this. You look at Mark Kelly, he's up for re-election, the senator, Democratic senator, and Kyrsten Sinema. She's also against the lifting of this. So it cuts both ways for Democrats.
Absolutely, it does. But, you know, look, the Republican National Committee today released a video very much zeroing in on this. I think
could not wait for this to happen.
This is Christmas for them. And I think Title 42 is very much, the repeal of it is a gift for them, and it plays into their messaging. And, you know, talking about those border areas, President Trump, while he may have lost the general election, he made gains in the Rio Grande Valley in Texas. He made gains in Arizona. And he is, you know, I think Republicans are only going to look to build upon that.
Absolutely. Okay, one other major issue that happened today under this dome behind us on Capitol Hill, Senator Susan Collins, the moderate that both extremes in the parties, the bases of both parties love to hate, first Republican to come out in favor of the nomination of Ketanji Brown Jackson to be the first black woman justice on the Supreme Court. What goes into that decision? And are there other Republicans who might go along?
You know, speaking of the decision, it's interesting. I feel like back, you know, before these partisan times we find ourselves in, deciding on a Supreme Court nominee was about the process. It was about deciding who was qualified, not necessarily whether you agreed with their judicial stances or even their politics. It was who was qualified. And that is what Susan Collins very much emphasized in her statement today.
An institutionalist.
Yes, institutionalist. And, you know, she said the same thing with Brett Kavanaugh 4 years ago during that very tumultuous hearing he had.
Who's left?
Who's left? Well, we have a number of Republicans. Senator Mitt Romney from Utah. He is seen as somewhat of a moderate, someone who's more likely to work with Democrats. Lisa Murkowski from Alaska. She is also seen as a moderate, but she is facing a potentially tough primary challenge from the right in Arizona, so she has to be careful. And then finally, Senator Lindsey Graham from South Carolina. He voted for Ketanji Brown Jackson to the U.S. District Court last year, but judging based off of those primary hearings,
on that one.
yes.
Okay, Nicole. So that nomination will be voted on the Judiciary Committee next week. That's expected to be a tie, 11 to 11, evenly divided between Republicans and Democrats. Then it goes later the next week, around April 8th, to the Senate floor. Right now, it looks like Ketanji Brown Jackson will be confirmed as the first black woman to be a justice on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, making history potentially there. All right, Mike Vaquera, thank you for that insight on Capitol Hill. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.